Tonight on True Terror Files Official, we investigate why veteran truckers refuse to stop for lone travelers on Highway 17 after midnight. This desolate corridor stretches for miles without service stations, cellular reception, or reliable roadside lighting. Yet professional drivers insist something far more unsettling than isolation influences their decision to keep moving. What forces experienced truckers to risk disciplinary action rather than assist someone signaling desperately for help? Why has Highway 17 earned a quiet reputation across logistics radio channels as a no-stop zone between midnight and 4? Our first account comes from Daniel Harper, a long-haul driver with over 15 years of cross-country freight experience. Daniel recalls company briefings subtly advising drivers to avoid unnecessary shoulder stops along that specific stretch. Officially, the warning cited cargo theft risks and reduced visibility hazards. Unofficially, veteran drivers described something mimicking roadside emergencies with disturbing accuracy. One night at 1:40 a.m., Daniel saw a man waving frantically beside a disabled sedan. The vehicle's hazard lights flashed rhythmically against the surrounding darkness. Against his better judgment, Daniel slowed and lowered his passenger side window slightly. The stranded man claimed his phone battery had died and requested a short ride to the next exit. Daniel unlocked the cab door after scanning the area with mounted floodlights. The passenger climbed inside without visible hesitation and closed the door gently. Within minutes, Daniel detected a sharp ozone scent circulating through the ventilation system. The cabin temperature dropped noticeably despite stable thermostat settings on the dashboard display. As the truck reached cruising speed, the passenger became unnaturally silent. Daniel glanced right to ask a routine question about the destination. The seat was empty, yet the safety belt remained extended across the cushion. Both cab doors were electronically locked, and no pressure alerts indicated sudden opening. The ozone scent lingered long after Daniel pulled into a way station inspection area. Our second testimony comes from Olivia Bennett, a regional freight operator assigned overnight medical supply deliveries. Olivia had heard stories about Highway 17 but dismissed them as exaggerated folklore among drivers. At approximately 2:10 a.m., she noticed what appeared to be a teenage girl standing near a guardrail. The girl seemed distressed, holding what looked like a broken flashlight emitting intermittent sparks. Olivia slowed but kept her doors locked while speaking through a narrow window opening. Delay's voice sounded slightly delayed, as though echoing through unseen space. Olivia observed that her thermal imaging mirror displayed inconsistent heat around the figure's outline. Trusting her instincts, she accelerated without unlocking the cab. In her rearview mirror, the figure appeared briefly closer than physically possible. The broken flashlight light extinguished instantly as Olivia crossed a mile marker sign. Our third account involves Marcus Reed, a fleet supervisor reviewing smart truck sensor data from March 2026. Marcus analyzed seat weight distribution logs recorded during Daniel's documented incident. The system registered temporary passenger weight corresponding to approximately 150 pounds. The weight signature vanished abruptly without door activation or deceleration. Additional data from separate drivers revealed similar brief seat pressure anomalies within the same mile range. Radio transcripts confirm encrypted chatter warning of active mimic sightings during specific weather patterns. Drivers now share real-time coordinates to avoid perceived hotspot zones along Highway 17. Several logistics companies quietly rerouted autonomous fleets despite increased fuel expenses. State authorities attempted installing high-intensity lighting along the corridor. Maintenance reports show unexplained midnight power, failures occurring repeatedly between mile markers 60 and 72. None of the drivers claim to understand the origin of the phenomenon. They only agree on one rule: do not stop after midnight, regardless of appearances. The internal conflict weighs heavily when genuine emergencies may be present. Yet those who have broken the rule describe consequences they struggle to rationalize. Highway 17 remains operational, busy, and officially uneventful according to public records. Still, veteran truckers treat every lone traveler after midnight as a potential risk beyond theft or assault. Here at True Terror Files Official, we present these structured testimonies without exaggeration or sensationalism. If you value investigative storytelling rooted in documented patterns, subscribe and share your perspective below before your next late-night drive.